What's up, guys? My name is Chris, and I'm bad at everything, as we'll likely see in this video as well. And today we are doing something special. Last time out, we drove 4 different Lotus Formula One cars from the 60s all the way to the 90s era. But there's some cars that we potentially skipped following the 90s into the 2000s and 2010s. And that's what we're going to be amending in this video by having a look at a modern 2010 era Formula One car, also from Lotus, and that is the Lotus Exos 125 in the traditional black and gold livery as we are used to. Let's have a look at the tech specs. Roughly 660 kilograms of weight, 640 brake horsepower, 450 newton meters of torque, and a power to weight ratio of roughly 1 kilogram per horsepower. So definitely an insane beast. And of course, this isn't a 100% real Formula One car, but it is the Formula One type car that Lotus developed for rich millionaires to buy or rent and drive on track to mimic that experience. So it is loosely based off the real 2010 or 10s era Lotus Formula One car, but slightly less horsepower, probably slightly different electronics, and definitely aerodynamics. But in the same spirit, and at least in the Assetto Corsa, it is about the closest that we can get to that era of Formula One. And of course, we're going to be driving it around the Nürburgring Nordschleife. 21 kilometers through the forest in northern Germany, or I guess western Germany, through undulations, bumps, insanely aggressive curbs, and of course, as we can see here, the carousel, which this car likely does not take kindly to. But with that said, I'll see you guys on the grid. And welcome to the pits, guys. We've got the standard Assetto Corsa setup for this car for the Nordschleife. We've minimized our fuel to, I think, about 10 liters or so, and we've not really touched anything else. So let's take you for an outlap and talk you through the car a little bit, as we try not to hit the barriers on the pit exit. Oh my god, it's already starting to overwhelm us. Taking it nice and easy, letting the downforce carry us through this first part of the course. We've got damage turned on, so in case we do bin it around here, we might lose a wheel or a front wing or engine, even worse. And we can already tell this car feels absolutely planted with such slick tires and 625 odd horsepower, 10,000 RPM red line. Let's listen to that engine roar for the first time here on the straight, going up to Flugplatz. And slight suspicion that we can take all of this flat out, especially on this low fuel mode. Up to 6th gear now, just trying to warm up the tires a little bit. 280 kilometers an hour, almost 90 now. And this might also be very much flat out. Gotta be careful not to lock the wheels. And yeah, so really important around the course of this lap that we stay off the curbs, because the car obviously being so close to the ground and having such stiff suspension, it's gonna just immediately throw us out. But I guess, yeah, here we can kind of cut. Just trying to get a feel for where we want to place the car. And yeah, obviously this car is inspired by the Formula One cars of the 2010 era, more or less. And what Lotus did with the 125 is essentially offer rich millionaires the opportunity of driving a modern day Formula One car without the actual cost of having to run the whole Formula One team. So they would deliver this to you to a track of your choosing, set it up for you, and off you went in your basically 2010 Formula One car. Oh god, as we now take it to the slowest part of the circuit, down the first gear, getting it nicely. So yeah, you actually had the opportunity of driving more or less a real Formula 1 car, maybe slightly down on power and aerodynamics, slightly less sophistication, but essentially all the ingredients are there. You got the slick tires, you got the carbon monocoque that is extremely stiff and light. You've got, I guess in later versions as well, more than 700 horsepower in this car. Not sure if it came with a KERS system in Assetto Corsa. We don't have it, or at least we don't have it mapped on console. As we again ring it out into 6th gear, now into this fast section through the woods. Coming up to Mutkurve now. Also a good estimate to see if we can take this flat or if we need to lift potentially. Let's see what we can do here. Keeping it, a slight lift. Potentially we can take this flat. And now this should all be flat, staying off the curbs, and now braking early. Locking the back tires. Okay, getting a good feel for it now. I think taking the carousel might be slightly optimistic. Yeah, we just immediately get spat out. Maybe having to slow down even more there. And now coming into the sector that I think will be most fun in this car. You know, super flowing, fast sections of track. But also with very aggressive curves. Ooh, and you can see there exactly what happens if we miss that little groove there to carry us through. But you can immediately see what happens when we hit the curb where we don't want to. It immediately unsettles the car and is definitely not ideal. But this car feels very nice to drive, feels extremely planted, and just the regular undulation of the track is nicely handled by the suspension, so I don't feel super aggressive jolts in the wheel here. Now this is interesting. Okay. So yeah, in terms of drivability, feels really, really nice. First time I drove this car was on Barcelona in this special event. Was it Barcelona? Might have been Mugello as well. Obviously, both of those tracks very different to the Nordschleife. So this certainly is something else. Now coming up to the Kleine Karussell on our warm-up lap, taking that a second. Can we stay inside? Now really need to be careful on exit and also over this bump. Alluding to the last video where in the Lotus 98T we completely binned it on both of our laps there. And obviously this corner here is essentially flat out all the way as we now prepare our flying lap around the Nordschleife in the Lotus Formula 1 car of the 2010 era. Super cool experience. I'm just amazed that we're able to do this and that the feeling is so immersive. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Coming under the Bilstein Bridge now. We are warmed up, the car's warmed up. Let's put our head down and focus. And try and avoid those curbs as well. Super strong brakes in this car. Preparing the X. And now let's really put our head down. Easy to lock a wheel here, but keeping it in nicely. Now this section is gonna be way too fast for my brain, keeping it pinned. And the downforce working nicely there. Oh, nearly going too deep, just about hanging on. That was nice. Slightly offline there onto the curb. That's not the fastest line. But honestly, it is just about getting through cleanly here. I think maximizing everywhere is going to be impossible. But if we can just pull one clean lap together, we're going to have a good lap time. Keeping it flat here now. And that's nicely done. Now let's see what's the max speed we can reach here, avoiding the curbs, coming up the Schwedenkreuz. This is going to be extremely sketchy. Might have to lift slightly. Or maybe not. Oh, full send, full throttle, let's go. and getting it slowed down nicely. Again, letting the downforce work for us. And now we go down the hill. Ooh, slightly on the curb. It's gonna be very sketchy here, not entirely sure where to place the car. Braking nice and early. And carrying the speed before getting it slowed down into first gear, almost white. Now not accelerating too soon here. A little bit slow, but keeping it clean is the most important part. Now through this again, super fast corner, down one gear. And two more, using the camber on the inside. Nice, keeping it smooth. Now aiming for this little white piece of tarmac, as we essentially miss the apex, but are able to carry decent speed here as we nearly lose it on the curb. Now turning again, miss hit miss into miss miss miss, and getting it slowed down for the slowest corner on track. And short shifting up to third to maximize traction on the exit here. Now to my least favorite corner on this track. Always super deceptive. And now this corner here is supposedly very easy in real life, but in sim, for some reason, it's very difficult to get the power down. But maybe losing a little bit of time here, but avoiding the spin. Now this corner is really enjoyable, carrying the speed in, then turning in and on the gas again. I'm sure we could maximize the speed throughout that corner everywhere. But still, really, really nice feeling as we now again extend the legs of this naturally aspirated 10,000 RPM revving V8, which is just sounding absolutely incredible. Now up to mood curve, can we keep it pinned? We can easily, yes. I think 6th gear is correct now. Putting it down to 2nd. Ooh, nearly locking the wheels again. Nicely through there. And now the carousel. This is going to be sketchy, getting it really slowed down, keeping it on the inside. The car does not like that at all. Ooh, and we get spat out wide, but managing to hold on. Very good. Now let's bring this lap home. Staying off the curb here and slowing it down, keeping to the inside, using the camber of the corners. Again here, keeping it inside. Oh, as we go slightly wide. On the curb again. Ooh, I'm very nervous here. Carrying the speed, staying off the curbs and slowing it down again for this tricky off-camber corner. Maybe 3rd gear was actually... Ooh, nearly losing it on the exit. And hitting that apex nicely, a little bit too narrow for the 2nd corner in preparation. Now again, what can we do here? Slightly early braking to carry the speed. Nice. Again, feathering the throttle for this super fast undulating section. Now really important to hit the line properly, but no issue in this car whatsoever. And now carrying the speed 5th gear down to 3rd. Ooh, we're slightly wide, but the aerodynamics pushing us, helping us make the exit. As we take too much speed throughout the kleine carousel. Now preparing essentially the last corner before the long straight. Can we keep it pinned here? Yes, we can. Very good. This has been a super clean lap so far. Maybe not the fastest, but managing to pull it all together. Let's make sure we focus on the last complex of corners and actually bring home the lap time. What's it gonna be? Sub 6 minutes. I'm pretty sure. Oh, maybe not actually. Might be slightly above 6 minutes. Yeah, okay, 15 seconds. We're not gonna make it under 6. Let's see if it's gonna be sub 6:15 maybe. Now keeping it pinned here and then braking last minute. Oh no! We are so stupid. Oh my god. Oh, so silly. That was so silly. Oh my god, I cannot believe we did that. Oh no. I'm so sad now. That was such... Oh no. What even happened there? I mean, such a silly mistake. We just had to bring it home and we just locked... I don't even think we broke early. I think we just hit a curb or something, or maybe locked the wheel. As we now come through these last corners. Ah, so silly. I don't even see exactly what happened there. Maybe let's change the camera angle. As we just hit the curb. Yeah, just carrying too much rear brake. Alright guys, and now as we finish our warm-up lap after having repaired the car, we are ready to start the new lap once again. Getting it slowed down for the last corner. And shifting into second, preparing the exit to start the new lap. Now, where are we going to brake here? Let's do right here. Carrying the speed, maybe cutting the corner slightly, unsettling the car, but managing to catch it just about. And down to first gear. And late on the accelerator here. Finish that rotation, and that's exactly what happens when you hit the curb on exit. So another mistake there. Just from lack of sheer concentration. How unfortunate. So, we're gonna go back to the pits and I'll see you at the start of the next lap. Alright guys, let's get stuck in with our third attempt. Now, maybe third time's the charm for actually bringing home the lap. But there is traction control. And I think I've got it set on the minimum setting. Oh, that's clean. Very good there. Let's get it slowed down. You can feel the rotation under braking. I hate this corner so much. We repeated the exact same mistake as before. Alright, third time wasn't the charm, but maybe it's the fourth one now. Just a slight dab on the brakes, and now down 3 gears. Oh, we're slightly wide. And losing it again on the grass. Not entirely sure what happened there. I think I just didn't brake hard enough. Alright guys, welcome to the 5th attempt. Down 1 gear. Down 1 more. Ooh, on the curb. And we didn't invalidate the track time actually, so we're gonna keep going here. That definitely cost us loads of time, maybe 2-3 seconds. But you know what? It looked cool, so we're gonna continue. As long as we don't crash again. Or go super wide like we did here, managing to catch that. Letting the downforce do the work. Oh, as we get spat out. No! So silly. Oh, that was so bad. Alright, I've lost track of how many attempts we've done already. This might be the 6th or the 7th or the 8th. I'm not even sure. But we are gonna keep going until we get a clean lap time that the game actually counts as well. No corner cuts, no crashes, no damage. We are gonna make it through. Just focusing on clean driving now and stringing together one clean lap. Oh, as we go deep. And maybe brake a little bit more. Need to focus on applying lots of brake pressure. My god. Lots of brake pressure in the beginning and then trailing it into the corner. Oh my god, what the am I doing, man? Talk less, focus on driving more. On the curb again, come on. No, we invalidate the lap and we spin like a moron. Alright guys, now preparing the 12th attempt. That last lap was just, I mean, I don't even know if it's the 12th attempt or 11th or whatever. But that last lap was just absolutely robbed from us. I would have taken it. I mean, it's not like we gained any time or cut the track. But yeah, just going slightly wide and the game immediately punishing us for it. So yeah, but I feel like this is the one. If we go slightly wide and we complete... No! Oh, I felt like that was the one. I thought we could carry the speed through there. Oh well. As we turn miss hit miss into miss miss hit or something. Oh, well, that's too fast. That's too fast. That's too fast. Why don't I brake? Not entirely sure what happened on the last lap. I just forgot to brake or something. But I feel good. Woo! I feel good. Na 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 na. As we say that. A little bit scrappy, but managed to hold on. Okay, good first sector. Whew, now we can relax just a little bit. And overall, in terms of drivability, the car is really nice. It's just the curbs that are extremely sketchy. And I mean, also compared to the Lotus 98T, the turbo monster that we drove in the last video, also the other Lotus Formula 1 cars. I mean, that 98T is just incredibly sketchy on power because of that insane turbo lag. Taking you from what, like 200 to 1200 horsepower in a heartbeat. This is less aggressive in that sense with a naturally aspirated V8. But still, there's so much power available, so it's still easy to get caught out. Maximizing the track. Not sure how fast that was. It was clean at least, somewhat. Really starting to nail the first part of the track. Unfortunately, that's not where we need to be better. Okay, let's just keep it clean here. Make it nice and early. There we go. Whew, all right. Let's carry it through to the end now. Could have been on the accelerator a bit sooner there, but doesn't matter now. Still decent. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. My god. Somehow managed to hold on. I think in real life that would have been more sketchy. Maybe a broken wrist. Again, let's take the outside of the carousel. Let's not go too wide here. Giving myself lots of room on all sides. On the grass again. I don't know how we managed to hang on there. Come on, I just want to go home. With home, I mean the finish line. Ooh, my heartbeat. Nice. Riding the grooves here. Oh, so much commitment you need to have to maximize this car. Oh, as we get sped out. Come on, keep it straight. Losing some more time, but it's alright. Thank the Lord. Okay, this is only the second time we made it this far out of what, like 20 attempts. So let's just keep it nice and focused to the end now. Only 3 more corners to go. Not counting the underpass of the Bilstein Bridge. My. Alright, Christian, keep the focus. Now, you need to get back to work. Your lunchtime is over. And taking it nice and easy through here. And we did it. And I think it might actually be a sub. Oh, we have a ghost. Hello, ghost. We did it. Oh my god, we actually did it. Let's have a look at the lap times right now. All right, guys, I just had a look at the lap times, and it is a 5:59.7, and that is just absolutely insane. Sub 6-minute lap in a quasi Formula One car. And if we compare that to the Lotus 98T, which was the fastest of the Lotuses in the last video that we took them around the Nordschleife, that did it in a 6-minute 19.4. So that evolution of around 20 additional years gives us another 20-second improvement lap over lap at the Nordschleife, which is, I mean, not that surprising, I would say, even though we have significantly less horsepower, almost half. The advancements in aerodynamics and tire compounds is just, yeah, it's just next level. Also suspension, the carbon monocoque, so many advancements in terms of speed and safety as well, and that is the result. So yeah, let me know, guys, what car you would like to see me drive next around the Nordschleife, and I thank you so much for watching. I'm Chris, and I'm bad at everything, as we've once again seen here with these countless attempts. Let me know what your guys' lap time is if you've taken the same car around the track, and maybe we can start a discussion below. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Da musst du aber auch liken und subscriben und kommentieren und hier, ne?